So, Mark, did you see that video of the big bad wolf playing Huff and Puff? This feels a little bit wrong, but it made me laugh so much.
I love the camera work too, as it like slowly zooms in on. I think this is just somebody that never left Vegas after a furry convention, right?
Yeah, you nailed it. So happy Friday, Mark. It is the week of giveaways in Las Vegas. Generous giveaways all around, and we will talk about that. So let's start with Downtown Grand in this super generous giveaway, August 29th from 7 to 9 p.m. The first 200 guests score a free hot dog and a Miller High Life. Downtown Grand is just balling, throwing it all away.
Or you could go to Stage Door for like $3 and I mean, get it. Do you think they even give away all 200?
I don't know. This is the strangest promotion. It's obviously in their partnership with the hot dogs and all that, but this is your big thing too. And it's like a limited time, 2 hours. You got to show up and you get the $3 combo for free. But the real giveaway this week was the $200 per person at Treasure Island, some of Uncle Philly's cash. And this went wider than even I had imagined. On the last show, I talked about how people should go sooner rather than later. It probably wouldn't last. But on Monday, we saw lines at like 2 to 3 hours. They were up to like 5 to 6 hours on Tuesday. And then I have confirmation from several people that they were more than 8 hours to get your $200 free slot play on Wednesday. Now, if you already had your card and stuff, you didn't need to do any of that. You could just use it. But for new players and stuff like that, doesn't seem like they added a whole lot of employees. And I'm gonna call this one giving away Phil Ruffin's $1 billion.
Yeah, including our good buddy Greg Schaff reached out to say that he saw lines, or the lines were like 7 hours.
Yeah, when this first came out, I thought, oh, maybe the good time to go would be like midnight, 1 in the morning during those days, because thought it wouldn't last and stuff. But even I saw pictures online at midnight. There was an hours long line. There was never not a line on Monday through Wednesday.
I know I saw comments of, well, I lost my 200 and then another 400 on top of that. So maybe they're getting enough action from people just gambling after they're done with it that it's offsetting a lot of the cost.
And what does this say about maybe the economy? Or, I don't want to make light of people waiting. There's a lot of people who could use $200, and waiting 8 hours in line makes sense for them. And I couldn't go this week because of some family stuff. I couldn't get over there. I don't know that I would wait 8 hours, but it's hard to fault people for doing it if it makes sense to them, if they're having fun. And Treasure Island is certainly worthy of getting some love. I mean, it's a great casino. I love the theming that's still in there, and it always seems so much emptier when I walk through there compared to places like the Venetian. Well, from there, let's talk Rio Rita, Mark. I came across this tweet from Rio, and the reason Mark's laughing so much is that we just did this and I forgot to hit record, so we're doing it again. But the reason is I love Rio Rita. They're bringing her back to the marketing. They're giving away this car, which we had said they're not giving away as many cars like at the slot machines. This is sort of a wider giveaway. But I'm just happy to see Rio Rita return. And I know that you're 100% shocked that I said that.
No, and I think that's what we said when they first took over. Like, number one, bring back Rio Rita. Number two, do something in the Masquerade area, which at least they're doing something. I mean, it's not going to be Quirks, which I think would have been amazing, but they're doing something there. And now we just need people to bring back car giveaways in the center of slots, right? Put it up there, let us all stare at it, and then everybody's going to take the cash so it sits there for 20 years.
It's funny, ever since we talked about that, I think Four Queens has the giant truck that we somehow missed when we were there. But people keep sending me pictures of slot machine giveaway or car giveaways at casinos. So keep sending them, I guess. But they give them away like not in the same way that they used to. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's just like an open draw and earn points to get it. And that's how they do everything these days.
This episode is brought to you by Built, the loyalty program that helps you earn points on your mortgage and paying your rent. Download the app for free. Link all of your cards, your Lyft account, earn points for so many programs.
Yeah, they're basically touching every aspect of your life as a way to earn points. And these are the most valuable points in the business, in my opinion. I love taking advantage of them, and they're great transfer partners. And I just booked a flight home using Alaska Airlines miles for 45,000 points in business class coming home from Ireland. I transferred it 1-to-1 from Built, and it was instant, and I booked it, and I'm super excited about that flight.
They also have tons of other transfer partners. I transfer to Hyatt all the time. I earn points at Walgreens, Lyft, so many other partners, and it's free to sign up. Just download the app, link your cards, earn on your mortgage, your rent, and so much else.
Yeah, make sure you download the Built app. Let them know we sent you. Help support the show. And thank you to Built for sponsoring this video.
So let's talk food, Mark, and the Circus Circus food hall, or Really, it was a food court. There wasn't a lot of unique brands in there. It was all international, national brands, stuff like that. But Chris Holmes, he posted this video. It's now closed behind not walls, not construction walls, but garbage bags, it looks like. I don't know. What are they doing there?
Did it have a cheesesteak place? I forget.
I don't think so. I think it was like Dunkin'.
See?
I'm trying to remember was in there, but I don't think so.
I think like a Panda Express or something wasn't there. That's coming to memory there, but I could be off. But it's just crazy if a food court can't make it in Circus Circus. Where the hell can it make it?
Is this the end of the food hall trend, Mark? All these food halls, people falling over themselves, and is Circus Circus what broke it?
I mean, I get it. Like the placement isn't great. The design maybe wasn't the best, but they don't have a ton of food there. So you think that this would be popular. Maybe people are walking down the street to McDonald's. Maybe they're going to Slots of Fun and having a hot dog over there. I mean, we're going to talk about Durango in a minute here and how great that food hall is, or food court, or whatever the hell it's called. And the new addition looks amazing.
I forgot to call it Uncle Philly's Food Hall this time on this recording. Oh my God.
Fail.
All right. Villas Tacos or Villas Tacos out of LA. We saw them on the Super Bowl, and they are coming to Durango, and they're opening this week. And Durango put out these videos of the food, and they're having previews for team members, and it looks incredible. The food looks really, really good.
Yeah, I think the food looks good. The place looks vibrant. It looks like everybody that's working there is having a great time and is really invested. From what I can gather from a quick clip, it seems like it's well run, and everything that's coming out of the kitchen looks fantastic. So I'm excited to give it a try.
Yeah, I really do like that food hall. You talk about architecture and the way they built it to make it look nice and a little bit more upscale than a food court. I guess if you were going to try to figure out which one is which, the Circus Circus would be a food court and Durango a food hall, two ends of a different spectrum. But while we're talking about food, one of the crazy things about 2026 is somebody could start up a TikTok account, start baking from their home, and go viral and sell millions of center bite cinnamon rolls, or thousands of them at least. And we talked about Mama Llama Bakery on a show a couple weeks ago, and they look incredible, those cinnamon rolls that she sells. Well, I guess one of the neighbors complained, and she is being shut down because she's not allowed to have pickups, I guess. So she is allowed under the current rules to sort of bake and sell directly to consumers from her house, but she's not able to do the pickup and stuff. So they are shutting her down. She's working for a commercial kitchen, but she says this is not fair.
I mean, you say neighbor. I think it's your fault because you put it on the show.
No, I want to know which Karen neighbor shut down the most delicious looking cinnamon rolls I've ever seen. I haven't even got to eat them yet. So hopefully there was other complaints about like her frosting wasn't using ingredients that were safe or something like that. The health district dispelled that. So I don't think that's true, but it does seem like it was somebody with a little bit of a grudge against her that filed this complaint.
I mean, if you live next door and you're having all random people pull up all times a day, I could see it being a nuisance or something that makes you nervous. So I can't blame them totally on that. But I have seen people put like a little cart out there if they're selling bread that they make at home and things like that. And it's kind of like an honor system. I don't know that she could because it's so popular, but maybe that's a way to get around these rules. Technically, maybe it's not, just nobody complains about those. But you could do that, or just have like a ghost kitchen where she starts to sell them on DoorDash or something along those lines, whereas there's no actual storefront, but they can get delivered and ordered to you. And when she runs out, she runs out. I think that might be a workaround.
It seems like she's probably big enough now that where she may need to graduate the business to commercial spaces, and maybe it's a success story in that way. So I kind of get it. Maybe this was just too much success too quickly and it needs to happen. But I'm happy to talk about them. I still need to try some Mama Llama cinnamon rolls, but let us know if you guys have tried them yet. They look amazing.
Throw them on the neighbor's rooftop, just like the pizza in Breaking Bad.
Anybody who's visited the Breaking Bad house knows how nasty the owners of that house are and how they give you the dirtiest look if you even drive on the streets. So, yeah, good times. So a quick update coming from Wynn. They had their earnings call and positive news coming out of Macau. A lot of the operators in Macau are struggling. Their numbers down a little bit, but Wynn had pretty good numbers there also in Vegas. But the big takeaway from the earnings call is an announcement that Wynn Al Marjan in the Emirates will open in September of 2027. We've talked about this property. We showed you some of the looks at what the concepts are. It's going to be incredible, like maybe Wynn upping their whole product by an entire level. At least that's what it looks like a year away.
Yeah, I mean, the renderings make it look like Wynn Las Vegas is the poor man's Wynn. Like, this place looks completely insane. So I'm excited to see when it's actually a finished product, and hopefully one day can get out there and check it out myself. But it looks pretty epic. It's good to see that they're still doing well elsewhere. And that just goes to show. We talk about the K economy all the time, but top end, or if you treat people well, they're willing to pay for it. They just don't want to feel like they're being cheated.
It's funny when you go to Macau and you go to the Wynn properties there, you do sort of feel that the ones in Vegas are more mass market or a step down, or maybe just the ones in Macau are nicer. They're all so nice. But yeah, this does seem even a step above those. And Wynn doing well despite, MGM and Las Vegas Sands kind of giving weird guidance about Macau. Macau is still down from its all-time peaks before COVID, although it had a good recovery. But that's a big part of this company as well. The wider Middle East sort of stuff. It'll be interesting to see this, but world class. I cannot wait to see this casino. We're growing and we're looking for members of the Miles to Memories community to help us, venues for meetups so we can meet all of you, editing, other things to help with the show and the product. If you know our brand, you know what we do, and you like it, please reach out. Inquiries@milestomemories.com. Put a link down there. Thanks in advance. Can't wait to hear from all of you.
Yeah, and hopefully we can bring your place of business some business with one of these meetups.
So one of the themes of this show is talking about Vegas and California, and Mark basically pissing off all Californians by trashing them and saying how they're ruining Las Vegas and all of that. I came across this short on YouTube. It says, "Is Las Vegas basically California?" It claims that Las Vegas is California's greatest export. Let's put it that way. Only 27% of Nevadans are born in Nevada, so vast majority outside. About 625,000 Nevadans are from California originally, and 158,000 Californians have moved to Nevada since 2020, 43% of our new residents. So are we actually Californians is the question.
I mean, the ones that were smart enough to get out, right?
You know what's so funny is if you actually believe that, then it would be horrible. But I don't know. I don't understand why people get so mad at us. I'm from California. I love California. We visit. We talk about it all the time. It's a great state. And we like to make fun of things. And that's what we do. But it is true. And actually, this is a great video. He takes a more serious tone to the whole subject. And I think it's worth watching for like a 2-minute short. So I will put a link down below.
No, I think it makes a lot of sense. Like the prices in California have gone up really high. And if you bought in a long time ago, you want to kind of extract that wealth out, and then you can move similar type of area, similar type of vibes, all that stuff. Weather, it checks a lot of boxes right next, and they have better tax breaks and all those things. If you're bringing money, why wouldn't you move into Vegas? And you're probably getting at a discount from where you were coming from, so it makes a lot of sense.
And anyone who denies that a large part of our culture here is influenced by California, or that California isn't our most closely related culture, they're just crazy. I don't understand all this. I love California. I love being from Nevada. So is this where I call us all desert rats again?
You did that on the after show.
Well, one of the things Californians need when they move to Nevada is housing. And I just said Nevada's super weird. I don't know why it came out that way, but we've talked about Eastside Cannery.
What's his name took over your body?
Vegas policy exorcism just for a second there. All right, so let's talk Eastside Cannery and housing. And Californians need housing, so this all works together. But Eastside Cannery closed in 2020, was imploded last year. We know all of that. And housing is going to replace it, a 279-lot subdivision by Lennar. Lennar is the same company who's building housing over where Texas Station was as well. It's not sexy that you lose casinos and they put up housing. It is probably needed, though. But I love in this article that Lennar is fighting for 5-foot driveways because they say 10-foot driveways make it look uglier because the cars will like hang off the street if people park in their driveway. So let's make it shorter so they don't have a place to park in their driveway, and that'll make it better. Not anything to do with we could put more houses if we put 5 feet driveways. This is how we build houses in Las Vegas.
Yeah, that is kind of bizarre. I'm still a little surprised that they wouldn't have taken the Cannery, newer building, beautiful building, and tried to like retrofit it into condos or something along those lines. Maybe that would have been more expensive overall, or it wouldn't have been as profitable. But it seems like something they could have kept the footprint going and added a whole bunch of housing too.
It really looked like the most amazing building for an RV park, and it just didn't happen. And we were so behind that idea. I don't know. Housing, they're all turning into houses. That's what it is. Small little houses. But, in Boulder Highway, with all the revitalization there, they're putting in the new rapid transit system and all of that. Dense housing. It's turning into a better place to live than it used to be. And it's super easy to get around on public transport, which is kind of rare for Vegas. So not a bad location to live at.
I'm so excited to see this Boxable neighborhood. I think that's going to be just crazy to drive through.
All right, we have to talk about this last story, Mark. The newest Las Vegas Strip hotel, Palette Las Vegas. It's all over the place. You might have also seen it marketed as the Collection O, but we're also talking about Oyo Las Vegas, and this broke all over the internet. I think it started with somebody on TikTok who booked this hotel and then showed up realizing that it was the Oyo. And then Vegas Starfish made a whole video about it, and her video went viral talking all about this sort of thing. And then other people chimed in and we all looked it up. And it is true that they are listing Oyo Las Vegas as Palette Las Vegas and also the Collection O on sites like Expedia and Booking.com and Hotels.com. No mention of the fact that it's the Oyo. No mention of the fact that the elevators are broken or any of the problems there. So there's a lot of people thinking that they should lose their gaming license. Paragon Gaming actually runs the casino, not Oyo itself. So I don't know how that would all work. I'm not an expert on the law of all of it, but just to be clear, the hotel owners do not run the casino. This is just wrong? Or is this just like another situation? You know, Mandalay Bay also has the W. It also has Four Seasons. Maybe they just need to split the block up, sell the 3 hotels with only 1 elevator.
Yeah, this is super shady and it's sad. I mean, and I love Hooters and they're just putting dirt all over this name. It looks bad. And I don't know how they expect anybody to come and be like, wait, this isn't what I booked or what I signed up. This doesn't make any sense. And people are going to be confused, not want to go in. I don't know how they're pulling this off, but they missed the most epic thing if they would have just finished that one name.
Which name?
Should have been O Face. Oh. Do you not remember that? I'm going to show her my O Face at O Face Hotel.
Thank you to everyone who's still with us at this point. You know why this is so shady, Mark, is because of all the AI nonsense concept. I mean, they literally have pictures.
That reference.
I thought you were just going O'Reilly. O'Reilly. That was where I don't know.
No. Okay, sorry. Moving on.
No, well, yeah, okay. Well, leave the reference down below. It's not the first time one of his references went over my head, unfortunately. But isn't it? I mean, they have renderings of this, Mark. They had like a picture with the bed skirt that has the name Palette on it. And then, of course, the whole building with a sign that says Palette on it. And they've gotten rid of all the Oyo references. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen something. Now, I should say on Oyo's website, you can also find Palette Las Vegas on Oyo's website, sold as Palette Las Vegas, but they also use that brand name for other hotels. So it is a brand name that they own within the Oyo umbrella.
See, this is the bad side of AI right here.
I mean, I want to know who had this idea. And instead of fixing your hotel and some of the legitimate problems like the elevators that people have, we both like it. You know, it's not the best thing in the world, but there definitely are some quality issues with the rooms and it's an old building. And instead of fixing that, yeah, just to try, I would love for them to come out and comment on this. I would love to know what they were thinking.
They weren't. I mean, they can't even pay their taxes.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go. All the love and hate for that place in the world coming from MTM Vegas. But let us know what you guys think about that. The tacos over at Via's Tacos, how did that look to you? Uncle Philly and his big giveaway. Have you gotten your $200? How long did you wait in line? What is too long? Some people saying 7 hours is too long, but 3 isn't. All of that stuff going on. Leave a comment. We do 2 shows a week, and we will be back on Tuesday with another show. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to everyone who sent me stuff this week. So many great things. Talk to you next time.
Have a good weekend, everybody. Hopefully you get to show somebody your O face. Can't believe you don't remember that.